Hi there, it's Trucker Ray, and welcome to my YouTube channel if you're viewing for the first time. I share my experiences driving the highways of North America, and I love to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, our precious Messiah. And if you have been here before, you are more than welcome to invite your kids to watch with you because it is a family-friendly channel. You'll never find anything offensive on my channel. I promise you that. And if you're returning, welcome back. Good to have you here. For those of you that have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and receive notifications by simply hitting the subscribe button and the little bell, and you will receive a notification every time a new video is uploaded. On the last episode, we were in Ontario, making our way to Winnipeg. And later on, we will make our way into the USA for the first time in almost 5 months, into Oregon. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the reality of trucking. It's good to have you here. Well, I decided to leave a little bit earlier this morning. Maybe I can get this load delivered a little bit earlier. My appointment's set for 2, but if I call them and say, hey, I'm a little bit early, they may say, okay. And possibly I could get a reload out of Winnipeg sooner, but I don't even have a reload out of Winnipeg yet, so I really don't know. I may be stuck there for the rest of the day today. It is a chilly one out here, minus 31 right now. Fahrenheit. That's really cold. Yeah, it's on the chilly side. So cold this morning that my airbags would not fill up. They would fill up, but only partial of the way. Yeah, it's a chilly one out here for sure. But it's starting to fill up now a little bit better now. I guess the moving around of the truck, I guess, is helping it. Maybe there's a little bit of ice in the lines or something. I don't know. But we seem to be good now. I decided to stop in Dryden and get myself a coffee at the Tim Hortons out here. I like stopping at this location because the ladies inside are so nice. They're always so friendly, and it's just worth stopping to say hi and grab a hot coffee. Yeah, it's a chilly one. It's about minus 14 out here. Probably about minus 25 with the wind chill. So it's not as bad here as it was where I started out this morning. Yeah, it was a chilly one. That's good. And then I try to spoil myself a little bit once in a while, and I get one of these. Which one do I have here? This is the cheese one. Tea biscuits. And I get them to heat them up. If you're in Canada and you've ever had one of these tea biscuits, warm them up. I can barely talk. My mouth is frozen from walking over there to here. Man, they taste so good when they're warmed up. And it is really rude to be talking while your mouth is full, Ray. place I need to turn. I think I'm gonna have to take this wide. I'm gonna have to wait for those guys to get out of the way. Thank you very much. That's nice courtesy there. Thank you. Drive a little through the snowbank. Okay, so we want star. And I spy with my little eyes. I see a building with a star on it. I'm assuming that's where I'm going. And because I called ahead of time, I already know what door I'm supposed to go in. They said door number 6. What will we find behind door number 6? And there is door number 6 right there. Oh, there we are. Star Produce is where we want. Door number 6 is right there. Let me get the back around the corner. Yippee-yi-yay. Yep. Yippee-yi-oh. Well, that was fast. Didn't take them long to unload me. Just gave the trailer a little sweep up. They were nice enough to let me do that. Don't need that on right now. Now we're gonna head over, which is really funny because I feel like I'm backtracking a bit. Because the place I'm going to is just off of Highway 1 before you get onto the perimeter. So I'm gonna go back. It's near the Petro Pass, just before you come into, excuse me, just before you come into Winnipeg. That's where I'm heading. Going back. And it's a first come, first serve, she said, so I may be sitting there for a little while, I don't know. But it don't matter. It'll give me a chance to get a little bite to eat. And yeah, should be all good there. Okay, well this looks like the place I need to go to. I believe this is it. And they said it's first come, first serve, but I don't really see anybody else in this yard. They got Tim Hortons right over here. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't that be sweet if I could just stick it in the door and let them load me and go over and get a nice hot coffee? That would be nice. Well, I don't know the routine here, so I'm just gonna make my way in here. All visitors must report to the office, obviously. So I'll just kind of pull in here, park my trailer, or I'll just pull up next to this guy here. This trailer here, rather. And go in and let them know I'm here. This is actually turning out pretty good. That this place to load here is just right off the perimeter highway. That's actually right off of Highway 1, rather. Had to set the reefer at 36. And conveniently, it's going to take them about a little bit to get the load ready. Probably not that long. I'm going to put this on to keep me warm. Whew. It's chilly out here. Conveniently, a Tim Hortons right across the parking lot over here, so I'm going to get myself something warm to drink. Maybe even a breakfast sandwich. Nah, I don't need that. I got food in my truck. I try not to spend any more than I need to out here. I'm gonna get a donut. I want a donut. I feel like something sweet. Well, it's so funny. I'm swiping my card and you're supposed to get accredited a visit every time you scan your Tim Hortons card. But I've been scanning that thing for the last probably 10 or 15 times and I don't seem to be getting any earned visits. Usually you get a coffee after 10, I think. And even the girl in there said, I've had other people complain about that. So, that they're not getting any free coffees or whatever. So, maybe there's a glitch in the system. I don't know. I got my coffee and I got a sweet. And I'll just wait for these guys to load me and we'll be on our way. all done here in Winnipeg. I'm going to just stop and get fuel and then try to make our way to Belgoni tonight. And it looks like they've got a load for me already going south side. When I get into Calgary, I was hoping to do a reset, take care of a few things, but I guess they're really desperate to get some loads down to Clackamas, so told them I'll take one down there for them. So they're going to try to coordinate it where I'm going by Brooks and do a switch, give this load to somebody else, grab the empty, or pick up the load, head down to the border for tomorrow night for meat inspection on Sunday, do a delivery or something like that on Monday afternoon. That's kind of what the plan is. I don't know how well that's going to work. That's the plan. So, yeah, we'll see how that all works out. Finally made it into Calgary. Yeah, it was a bit nippy on the way here. I had frost all over my mirrors. Yeah, it's cold. It's only -4 here. It's nice here. Looking forward to just dropping this trailer. I don't feel like listening to the Gatling gun right now. And oh, stop that already, please. I was talking to my buddy Barry, and I think he made mention that it might be an airline going to the transmission that might have a leak. I think that's the problem too, because that is the transmission. So when I get an opportunity, when I get back into Vancouver, I'll get the mechanic to look at it, see if there is a little bit of an air leak there that's causing that issue. Oh, it's been a good trip though. It has. I mean, it's had its ups and downs. I've had snow, I've had sun, I've had a little bit of everything. But not bad. Not bad. Can't complain. Can't complain. Well, I'm over at the Petro Canada, that's over here near Loblaws in Calgary. Decided to park it over here because I have a load I'm picking up in Brooks at JBS Foods, and I gotta take an empty there, and the only empty is over here at the Loblaws. So I figured I would head over here. Conveniently, the empty trailers are over here, so I don't really have to check in with security. I'm just gonna head over here and find IR 119 and check and make sure the trailer is good. Make sure it's even here before I hit the hay and find out in the morning it's not even here. Well, I don't see any trailer here with that number on it. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come here and check and see. Oh, there it is. IR 119. I'm only picking this one up and taking it to JBS. Now I'm going to open it up and take a look inside. Okay. Well, it's not terrible. Needs to be washed out, but it's got the chute in there. That's what they always look for, the chute. So this is the one I'll be picking up in the morning. I know that's a pretty haphazard pre-trip. I'm not really doing a pre-trip. I'm just checking to make sure all the tires and everything are cleared. And that's gonna need fuel. That thing is right. Oh, it's about halfway, but still I'll top it up before I leave. Okay, I'm pretty sure the reefer works, but I'll check that in the morning when I hook up to it. Okay, so we know our trailer's here. So good, everything's good. So I'll pick it up in the morning. In the meantime, I'm going to bed. Nice warm morning. It's only -3 out here, but a lot better than some of those temperatures we experienced in out there in Ontario. My gosh. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. Well, I just picked up my trailer, the one I checked out last night, and we are now on our way to JBS. Probably have to hit the trailer washout that's across from JBS. Get them to quickly rinse it out or wash it out. I set the reefer to 66 on there, so it's warm enough for the guy. When he washes it out, it doesn't turn into a rink in there for him, and that's a good thing to do during the winter time. Make sure your reefer is always on a warm temperature inside the trailer. Yeah, never a bad thing to do that. They appreciate that very much. So we have about 2-hour drive to get there. And then we'll pick up our load at JBS. Hopefully, they say it's ready. Hopefully it is ready. I've heard that song and dance before. Paperwork's ready. But you know what? Lately they haven't been too bad there. It's just a bit of a pain in the butt because you got to drive in with the trailer. You got to scale it. Then you got to go drop the trailer, come back, scale your bobtail, then go back and get your other trailer, come back and scale that. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. You don't have to do all that with Cargill, so. But you know what? It is what it is. That's their policy. That's their policy. Yeah. So we should be able to get down to, hopefully we can get into meat inspection today and get a little bit of miles under our belt in the U.S. today, because we got to be, my goodness, we got to be at our delivery tomorrow sometime. I got a feeling they're going to move it. I got a feeling they're going to move it to Wednesday morning. I just have that funny feeling inside, because they're not giving me a whole lot of time to get that load there, because I don't know how long I'll be sitting in meat inspection. It is Monday. I don't know how long that's going to take. So might get a couple hours of driving, and it's 13 hours to where I gotta go. So, and I don't know if these other guys do their receiving after dinner time. So it don't matter. I'm just gonna go pick up my load and make my way south, and they can figure out the timing after that. Well, just checked out my trailer, and I got one tire on the trailer that's definitely flat, and the one next to it I think is really low too. The last time I came to Brooks to pick up a trailer out of here, it was a flat. There was a flat on that one too. Yeah. Well, this is going to delay me now. Unbelievable. I just keep ending up with flat tires every time I come to this place. Well, I'm going to get a hold of my maintenance guy and see what he wants to do. The tires aren't completely flat, but they're really low. So I'm going to see if there's a place I can stop in Brooks and get him to look at it. Call Idaho Dispatch. All right, well, I can't go anywhere. My load is overweight. It's overweight. Not overweight by much, but it's overweight. It's 35,400 on my drives. It's 1,400 pounds overweight on my drives. I can't take it. Cannot take it. So they said it could take 2 hours maybe to readjust the load. So now I got to get a hold of my dispatch and let them know we're dropping the trailer. And the part that frustrates me is that I also have to get the trailer tires looked at, and they can't do that while it's in the door unless they want to do that. No, I really don't see myself getting very far at all today. Wishful thinking that I was actually going to get some miles in today. on my first run for my cycle, but no, I'm not going to get much. So I'm just going to get on the horn and let my dispatcher Chris know what's happening so he knows why I'm dropping it. Call I-Hope Fleet 6. Well, I was only delayed about a couple hours. That's not bad, considering they had to rework the load, and I actually had Kirk's Tire from Brooks show up and fix the tires. I didn't even see them show up, and I called my maintenance guy and I says, okay, apparently my load's ready. Should I just excuse me, should I just show up there? Because I don't think they're here yet. And he's like, oh, I think they already came by already. I went, oh, I didn't see them. Well, check the tires, they were done. Give them credit. I'm really amazed. Making sure I bungeed my fridge closed, or that thing will be flopping up on me. Can't see nothing back there. But anywho, we're done. Finally, we're on our way. We're finally on our way. Our next stop will be Sweetgrass, and yeah, down to meat inspection, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully that goes a little better than this did. Hi there, I am Ray Gaucher, and welcome to this edition of Bible Break as we conclude our series in Timothy. We've been reading through 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy, and today we'll be reading 2 Timothy chapter 3 and 4, which are pretty short chapters. But this is a very, chapter 3 and 4 are very sobering. It is Paul telling Timothy what will be happening in the latter days, and how bad it will get. And you know what's amazing? I do believe Paul wrote this in 67 after AD, after the death of Christ. And I think during his time where he was out preaching the gospel and doing his ministry, I really think that he believed that Christ was going to return. I really believe that he thought he was in the later days, the last days, during his time. But this is just, when you read this, chapter 3 and 4, it's like, you see it today, it's amazing. So, if you have not, just so you're not lost, I really recommend, if you have not listened to the previous Bible break where I read 2 Timothy 1 and 2, I really recommend you do that first, and then come back to this one. So if you're ready, chapter 3, 2 Timothy, let's dig deep into this. Again, it's very sobering. Chapter 3, verse 1, moreover, understand this, and the Karet Hayim, which is the later days, the latter times, will come trying times. People will be self-loving, money-loving, proud, arrogant, insulting, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, uncontrolled, brutal, hateful of good. Wow, does that ever sound like today or what? Even back in the 50s and 60s, it was not like this. It was the 70s we started to see the rebellion, or the 60s and the 70s we started to see the rebellion, and of course the 80s became a time where people were just doing whatever they wanted, and they wanted to be accepted. But look at today. Look at today. It's incredible. And when I hear this, I think of how the governments are run nowadays. Brutal, hateful of good, traitorous, headstrong, swollen with conceit, loving pleasure rather than God, as they retain the outer form of religion but deny its power. No kidding, huh? Stay away from these people, for some of them worm their way into homes and get control of weak-willed women who are heaped with sin and swayed by various impulses, who are always learning but never able to come to full knowledge of the truth. They listen, but they don't apply what they've learned. In the same way as Janus, I think this is how you say it, Janus and Jambres opposed Moshe, so also these people opposed the truth. Now, if you're wondering who Janus and Jambres is, these were two magicians, I do believe, that were in Egypt during the time when Moses, just before they had left, and they had left. In Exodus, you'll read about them, that they left after the first Passover, and they were also, I do believe, an influence on creating the golden calf when Moses was up on Mount Sinai. These men opposed Moses. They were just not good. They were very rebellious and very evil. I'll read this verse again. In the same way that Janus and Jambres opposed Moses, so also these people oppose the truth. They are people with corrupt minds who trust cannot pass the test. However, they won't get very far because everyone will see how stupid they are, just as happened with these two people, the ones that helped with the golden calf. They were proven to be, as the Bible says here, stupid. That's why I like this translation. It's very, very blunt. All right, verse 10. But you have closely followed my teaching, conduct, purpose in life, trust, steadfastness, love, and perseverance, as well as the persecutions and sufferings that came my way in Antioch, Iconium, and Lystra. What persecutions I endured, he's saying. I had to say it in that way. Yet, united with the Messiah. Oh, sorry, I jumped a sentence. Yet, the Lord rescued me from all of them. I like the way they put that. What persecutions I endured. Verse 12. And indeed, all who want to live a godly life, united with the Messiah, will be persecuted. And that is the truth. If you choose to follow Yeshua, there will be persecutions. He told us that. He never said it's going to be a nice ride. It's going to be a fun ride. Welcome aboard. He said, pick up your cross and follow me. It's going to be rough. And it is. Look at the persecution that's going on right now with the church, shutting churches down everywhere. That is persecution. And the devil's right behind it. Verse 13. While evil people and impostors will go from bad to worse, deceiving others and being deceived themselves. But you continue in what you have learned and become convinced of recalling the people from whom you learned it. And recalling too how from childhood you have known the Holy Scriptures, which can give you the wisdom that leads to deliverance through trusting in Yeshua the Messiah. Verse 16. All Scripture is God-breathed and is valuable for teaching the truth, convicting of sin, correcting faults, and training in right living. Thus anyone who belongs to God may be fully equipped for every good work. All right, chapter 4. I solemnly charge you before God and the Messiah Yeshua, who will judge the living and the dead when he appears and establishes his kingdom. Proclaim the word, be on hand with it, whether the time seems right or not. Convict, censor, and exhort with unfailing patience and with teaching. For the time is coming when people will not have patience for sound teaching, but will cater to their passions and gather around themselves teachers who say whatever their ears itch to hear. Yes, they will stop listening to the truth, but will turn aside to follow myths. Hello, prosperity gospel, 100%. You see this. I don't have to name very many prosperity teachers. A lot of you know who they are. They tell people what they want to hear. They never tell them about possible persecution, or, yeah, maybe the Lord doesn't want you to be rich. Maybe you will have to live a life of poverty. Again, pick up your cross and carry it if you want to follow Yeshua. But these prosperity teachers, that's not what they tell you. They actually are very blunt and tell you God wants you to be prosperous. He wants you to be rich. He wants you to be healed. He wants you to be living a life with no problems, no diseases, nothing. Yes, God does heal, but He doesn't heal everyone. And there's a reason behind that. It just is amazing. It's almost like He's reading what's going on in our days right now. Verse 5, but you remain steady in every situation, endure suffering, do not work. Do the work, rather, that a proclaimer of the good news should, and do everything your service to God requires. For as for me, I am already being poured out on the altar. Yes, the time for my departure has arrived. So Paul knows his days are numbered here. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. All that awaits me now is the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. That's nice, isn't it? And not only to me, but also to all who have longed for Him to appear. We will all endure that. We will all have that luxury. Those who hold on to Yeshua, those who have accepted Him as their Lord and Savior, we will see that as well. It's beautiful. Verse 9, do your best to come to me soon, for Demas, because he has fallen in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone off to Thessalonica. Crescent has gone off to Galatia. Titus has gone to Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Take Mark and bring him with you, because he is a very useful helper in my work. But Tychus I have sent to Ephesus. When you come, bring the coat which I left with Carpus and Troas, also the scrolls, and especially the parchments. I like this. It's almost like you're reading something personal from Paul here. It's interesting. He left his coat there and he wants this. He's asking for things for him to bring. It's interesting, isn't it? Verse 14, Alexander the metalworker did me a great deal of harm. The Lord will render to him according to his works. Paul's like, he'll get his. And you should guard against him, because he bitterly opposed everything we said. Verse 16, the first time I had to present my defense, no one stood by me. Everyone deserted me. May it not be counted against them. But the Lord stood by me and gave me power to proclaim the full message for all the Gentiles to hear, and I was rescued from the lion's mouth. Probably one of those times he was thrown into jail, or they tried to kill him. I mean, there's a lot of things happened to Paul. I mean, he was stoned and everything else, and yet he still lived. It wasn't his time. Verse 18, the Lord will rescue me from every evil attack and bring me safely into his heavenly kingdom. To him be the glory forever and ever. Amen. Greet Priscilla and Aquila and the household of Onesiphorus. Astris has remained in Corinth, and Trophimus I left ill in Miletus. Do your best to come before winter. Eubulus sends greetings to you, as do Prudence, Linus, Claudia, and all the brothers. The Lord be with you. The Lord be with your spirit. Grace be with you. I apologize if I butchered any of these names. I like the end of this, because it's like you see a personal side of Paul. They included everything, and I like that. They didn't just leave it out. Hey, this is real. This is real. Well, my friends, that is it. The series in Timothy, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy. I hope you enjoyed it. My friends, God bless you in the name of Yeshua. Until next time, bye for now. Just wanted to be respectful to the border guard. He put a mask on. Just shows I respect him. And I didn't spend more than 30 seconds. Yeah, that was very quick. Gave him the paperwork. He passed me back my passport and said, "Have a great day." And I went, "Thank you." Awesome. And you got to turn your reefer off too when you go across the border, because it's very noisy, especially these carrier ones. But I won't bother turning it back on until I get up on the top of the hill to the meat inspection. I'm going to one of my favorite meat inspections, I-264, which is the one on the corner. So this is the one I want here. What are they doing here? Are they doing a remodel or something? I don't know what they're doing there. But it's a beautiful day. My gosh, it's so warm. It is so warm out. It's 10 degrees. Beautiful, beautiful weather. And I really do like this this place here, this inspection place. They're really nice here. They're pretty cool. Really friendly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we're just gonna park it here and see if we can get our goodies in there. And there's really not much of a wait here. I really expected this to be worse. I'm not complaining. Well, my visit at the meat inspection did not last very long. I don't get it. I don't understand. I thought for sure it'd be a lot busier today. Maybe most of the waiting was over the weekend. I'm not complaining. That was nice. I was in and out of there. They put me in a door and I was out of the door in 5-10 minutes. The meat inspection went faster than it took for the guy to wash out my trailer. That's pretty funny, actually. So I've got 3 hours and 50 minutes left. I don't really know how far I'm going to get today. They may have to make the appointment for my delivery. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get there tomorrow. I'm going to get in Oregon tomorrow. Late, very late, probably about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So chances are my delivery will be on Wednesday. Wow, what a view. There's nothing better than getting up very early in the morning. And then you have the place all to yourself. Well, I mean, there's a few other people here parked at this pullout. But then you have this gorgeous view of Helena. It is just a beautiful sight. All the city lights. It's very, very nice. We got a full moon up there, plus the stars are out. Looks like we're gonna have a beautiful day for driving. I'm looking forward to this day. decided to stop at this rest area here in Drummond, Montana, just off the 90, because I was parked at a pullout. I just wanted to clean up and just freshen up or whatever, and brush teeth, just prepare myself for the day. And it's kind of funny, after driving the highways in Canada for the last 4 months, and then this is an example of what a rest area is like in the US at most places where you go. There's several private rooms, it's heated, it's warm. A lot of the time you can hear the Weather Channel telling you what the weather conditions are like, at least in Montana. This one, it doesn't have that. But it's a nice place. It's a safe place to go and use the facilities or wash up or whatever you need it for. As compared to when you're driving in Canada, you're lucky if there's an outhouse, you know, an outdoor porta potty, sitting in a pullout. They have the odd rest areas that you can go in, but it's very rare that you can go into a place where it's actually warm and where it's heated. So, yeah, just wanted to share that. Just a much better option when you're driving out here. This is one of the reasons why I like driving in the US. The truck stops, the interstates, the rest areas. It's just so much more accommodating to the truck driver. And I know places like Ontario have went a little further to make it a little bit more comforting for the truck drivers. They put a lot more porta potties out in the pullouts for them, and that we appreciate, of course. But what would it really hurt Canada to build something like this every 30, 40 miles or 50 miles, just so people can rest and have a safe place to park for the night and not parked on the side of a road somewhere. So, if any of you asked why I'm back here in the US again, this is one of the reasons right here. It's just more accommodating, and really is the way to go if you are a truck driver. And these rest areas, yeah, I mean, the next one here, my GPS tells me, next there's another one in 15 miles, and then there's another one in 69 miles, another one in 80 miles. I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, they're everywhere. So, anyway, I'm just happy to be back in the good old USA. It's nice to be driving out here again. It really is. made my way across the scale here, just outside of Saltese. I think that's how you say it. Probably saying it wrong. We're just about ready to cross into Idaho. And it looks like it just started raining, and it looks like we might very well get some snow on the pass. Because it is snowing here a little bit, mixed with water, mixed with rain. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really don't feel like chaining up today. Yeah, we've kind of been moved over to one lane here for some reason. Is this guy chaining up? Wow, you're not giving us much room here, buddy. I guess he is chaining up. Whoa, it's slippery. He must have been spinning out. Huh, that little spot there was a bit nasty. What do you have? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm not making it to Troutdale now. I was hoping to get to Troutdale, but I don't think I'm gonna get there now. This is holding me up. 7 hours and 11 minutes. Not good. Ugh. Well, we're almost on the top of the summit here. I'm not having any issues. I locked up my rear axle. I'm fine here. Some guys are having to chain up though, some of the guys that are really light, but we got some traction. We got an accident up here by the looks of it. Cattle hauler and a Pete. Looks like someone rear-ended. Yeah, he rear-ended that cattle hauler. Oh, thank God there was no cattle in that thing. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's few vehicles here that are these guys are all chaining up. This guy here, he probably was towed to the top of the hill, I'm guessing. So this is when we put it in, we will put it in manual mode and just take it easy going down this hill, because I don't know, that guy had to be he had to be pulled up that hill if it was that bad. And I'm guessing it's pretty slick going down this hill, so I'm in no rush to go down this hill. I'll just take it easy. And we're just about ready to cross into Idaho. Idaho. I wonder if the roads are any better on the Idaho side. I don't know. I think this guy's going a little too slow. I'm gonna go around him. Yeah. One guy there from Minnesota. Guy behind him from Manitoba. Looks like they've got some sand underneath here. So I think we're okay here. Guy's got chains on. It's funny too, they didn't have any indication for chain up. Put my Jake on number 2. And this guy here is going super slow too. But I put my 4-ways on. I got a 4-wheeler coming up behind me pretty quick. Where's this guy from? Oh, he's from Ohio. Ohio! Oh, the trailer is anyway. These guys are all taking their chains off. That guy had a drag chain, or he's putting it on. Maybe he's putting a drag chain on. Oregon, where we're going to top up our fuel, and it's always a long process in this place because it always takes so long to get through here. Got a few guys lined right up, but there's one lane wide open, but no one's in it. I don't know why. Ay, ay, ay. But it's been a nice drive, I'll say that. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at this. Is what I'm talking about here. Look at this place. Just look at this place. I don't know why that guy's four-ways are on for. It's gonna take a long time to get out of here. I wonder if I can squeeze in behind this guy. That guy's parked. That guy looks like he's broken down. Oh, oh man, that's tempting just to squeeze in behind, in front of that guy. Oh, too bad. Oh well, at least we made it here. That guy there doesn't seem to be fueling up or anything, or did he just pull in there? I mean, he might be setting up his app like I'm going to be doing here. Oh, what a beautiful day it is out here. Just gorgeous. Beautiful sunshine. Got my fuel. Couldn't get any DEF. Pump didn't work. You take the handle up and it says, please lift handle to whatever. You lift the handle and nothing works. You got to sit in one heck of a lineup to get in there too. And I really feel bad for the person who really needs DEF. And they couldn't get any. What do you do? Go in a circle and sit in the lineup again? I did try to call them and let them know that the DEF pump isn't working, but they wouldn't answer. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, I got about another 40 miles to go, and then that's it for the day for me. There's nowhere to go. I was gonna, like I said before, I was gonna go to Troutdale, but there's no way I'm gonna get in there. Anybody that knows the TA and the Loves over in Troutdale this time of the day, good luck getting any parking at all. It's not worth it. So I'm just gonna hit the rest area. That'll do. That will do. I love coming to this rest area. It has such an amazing view. Right from across the Columbia River, you can see the little tunnels where the train drives through. And you can see even on the top of the hills there's some houses up there. People live up there. Wonder what the view is like up there.
right on the tops of the hills. I know that you can drive. There's roads up there. Sometimes you can see the traffic driving up there. Once in a while you'll see a car headlights when it's late at night. It's a beautiful view. Love the Columbia River, and at nighttime when it's totally pitch black, you can see the little lighthouse beacons flashing, warning the vessels where the rocks are. It's one of my favorite places to stop. Very, very beautiful here. It's quite a view. Yeah, it's a little chilly today. A little on the nippy side. But still a beautiful place to visit. Still a nice place to come to. I'll be happy again when I come to a place like this and you see kids playing and people enjoying their time together with their families at picnic tables. That's the thing I like to see. People having a nice time, enjoying themselves. We've seen enough sadness last year. Hopefully things will be different this year, Lord willing. Lord willing. Another cute little charming little town. It's amazing, you see a lot of these little towns. This is the part I love about the USA, all these little towns. So many of them to go through. You just never know where your GPS is going to send you. Yeah, we got about another 6.5 miles to go before we get to our destination. And I've decided I'm probably not going to go to the Blue Beacon over just outside of Portland, because the last time I was there at Jubit's, that's a truck stop, really good truck stop, big truck stop. The wait to get into the Blue Beacon was ridiculous. I'm guessing I will be there probably several hours just trying to get out of there. So there is another truck wash I can go to. It's called the Big Truck Wash, I think, in Troutdale. It's about $45 to wash out your trailer. I just called them and they said call ahead of time, and hopefully they'll be open by the time we get out of there. And that's what we're gonna do, go to Troutdale. That will be the way to go. And we've run into a school zone here, and I never ever exceed the speed limit in the school zone. Not even a half a mile an hour, or half a kilometer an hour. Never. As a matter of fact, I even go a little bit slower. You never want to be responsible to take the life of a child because of your stupidity or your impatientness to get to point A to point B. I know what it's like to lose a child. I never want to be responsible for that.
All right, we just finished unloading. Not bad. My appointment was for 2. It's 3:21, so that's good. I didn't have to wait long. And I'm happy about that because there is a truck wash in Troutdale that I wanted to go to, as I mentioned, and they're going to wait for me. They're closed at 5, but I should be there about 4:25, so they said, yeah, we will wait for you, because sometimes they close early when there's not a whole lot of business, so that was nice of them to do that. That's going to save me, probably 2 or 3 hours just by going to that one place. And I've already called my dispatch. They're already making up the EFS for me right now, so that'll work awesome. So I'm happy about that. This is turning out good today. So we'll get the trailer washed out. We'll make our way over to the shipper, and hopefully we'll get our pairs on and we can make our way close to our second pick tonight. We'll see how that works out. Oh, you're not really gonna try passing me, are you, pal? With these windy roads? Some guy's gonna try to pass me. Good luck with that. A little impatient. Come on, I'm doing the speed limit here. What's your rush? Isn't this a neat little area though? I love these trees that overhang the road. You can see a bunch of sheep behind that barn over there. I'm a bit of a farm person. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm a country guy and I'm a city guy. I like to see the city at night, and I like to see the country during the day. Yeah, I do like that. I made it to Moses Lake last night to Ernie's Fuel Stop. Nice little truck stop, very friendly people inside. Clean bathrooms, nice big parking lot. I'm about an hour and 48 minutes away from Brewster's, where I'm making picking up my final load, or should I say, I guess the terminology is where my final pick is, which will be, I think it's 19 or 16 pallets of apples. And I never like to pick up apples because sometimes it takes so long to clear customs, but hopefully they'll clear it in time for me to make my appointment. I'm supposed to take this all the way to Atchison, but that could change. Things change so quickly. I might just take it to Calgary. I don't know. But it's not a bad morning out. It's a little on the chilly side, but at least it's not snowing, so I'm happy with that. I received an email the other day from a sweet girl who usually sends me messages or emails every once in a while. I haven't heard much from her, but she sends me an email and explains that, and I was really touched by this email and I wanted to share it. And I asked her if I could share the email, and she said she'd be honored, so I'm going to share it with you. This is the reason why I do these videos. This is one of the reasons why, rather. The most important reason. She says, and her name is Mary, and she says, "Hey there, friend, just a note to catch up with you. Things here are in a state of flux again. I am moving to Louisiana to be near my family and friends that I have had since childhood." That must be fun. That must be nice. I know a few people from childhood when I was like 16 years old, but that's about it. Actually, no, I know one other friend, but I don't hear from him anymore. I knew him since 1980. Yeah, Bill, if you're out there, say hi sometime. I don't hear from you anymore. All right, she says, "My age has caught up with me, and I am struggling to stay active and alert. Somehow, it just seems right to go back to be near not only my living ones, but also those that have gone before me. We have a family cemetery, and I will be able to visit there also. I don't comment on your videos so much anymore, but I do watch and enjoy them so much. Bible Break is awesome, and you do a really good job with them. I can't tell you, Ray, how much of an impact you have made on me through your videos. Just think of how many people you have reached through those videos.
There is no need to go into the whys and the nots, but suffice it to say, I had dust on my Bible when I first saw your videos, but there is no dust on them now. Thank you for all that you do, and I pray that God will bless you abundantly and keep up the good work. I also pray that you stay well and that you will always be safe wherever you go. Love you, Mary. Well, Mary, that is really awesome. When I hear people say things like, there used to be dust in my Bible, but there isn't anymore, or I'm reading it, or I'm praying again, or I recommitted my heart to the Lord, that just brings me joy. It really does, because this was the reason why I started doing these videos in the first place. I started doing these videos, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to share what I'm experiencing out here? And then I realized, what's the point of that if I can't share the gospel, if I can't share what Yeshua, what Jesus can do in their life? So again, Mary, thank you again for your email. I really appreciate it. God loves you so much, and I really hope that your trip back home is a wonderful time for you, and I really do. And I pray for long health and prosperity with you, my dear. Thank you again for your email. I love you too. Well, my appointment isn't until 3:15. I just got an update, so I am going to be here for a little while, so I'm going to go make myself a coffee and do some paperwork. Well, I'm on my way to Brewster, Washington. I figured by the time I get there, it'll be about 2:30. I'll check in. It'll be an hour, roughly, 45 minutes before my appointment time. They very well may put me in a door then. I don't know, but I'd rather be there a little bit earlier, just in case. It's a nice one out here, 13 degrees. And I did talk to Wayne. He's in maintenance with the company, and he's going to see if he can get me into Freightliner wherever I end up. So I might be down for a day or two while they try to figure out why the Gatling gun is going crazy on me. As I mentioned already before, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but we'll let the professionals figure it out. I'm currently on Highway 17, and I've never been on this highway before, and this is a beautiful route. I don't know if it's considered a highway. It's Route 17. It's a gorgeous, look at this guy coming up behind me here. Obviously he lives around here. Look at that, eh? Big curb coming up here, blind spot. That's how they drive. Yeah.
Very, very nice. But I'm not going to let that distract me of this gorgeous view. It's a beautiful scenic view. If you've ever have a chance to drive this and you're out here in Washington State, Moses Lake, take it up to Brewster, Highway 17. What a beautiful drive this is. Nice gorge in here. It's gorgeous. I couldn't resist. Well, I am all loaded up, and now the big test will be, how heavy am I? I really don't know if I'm gonna have to come back or not. They are open until 8 o'clock tonight, so there's still a little bit of time left. In the event I am overweight, they can rework it or take some, well, they'd have to take something off. That's what they would have to do. And there is a scale, a government scale, 5 miles from here on the way out, so hopefully I don't have to come back, as I said. I don't seem terribly heavy. I just might have to adjust the axles. Well, we'll see when we get on a flat surface what it looks like. $33, look at that. $33.80 on my drives. Oh, is that ever sweet? Now let's hope it's the same thing on my trailer. But I got some, at least I got a little bit of leeway there. Okay, what's it gonna say? 34,640. Look at that. Wow. So I can slide, I guess, slide the axles, 2 pins, and I should be good. 33,900, that's pretty close. Yeah, I would say my trailer is probably good. Drum roll, please. 33,820. Yay! All right. We are good. It's locked into place, and I am a happy camper. Those are sweet weights.